Not standing for the SNP leadership and obviously then First Minister?
Well, I listened to John Swinney very carefully this morning and I affirm the things that he wants to do as First Minister and as leader of the party. Return the SNP to the mainstream, restore competent, candid government. That's what I offered in the last leadership election. I know it's what the people of Scotland wants, and if John Swinney can deliver that, I'm right behind him.
Do you think the SNP has slipped out of the mainstream then?
Well, over the last year, as John Swinney said this morning, we know that there have been challenges. Within the party, we need to restore the courteous discourse, and out with the party, we need to re-win the trust of the people, not least on the eve of another general election. And that's precisely why I set out an agenda of reform last year. It's what I want to see delivered, and John Swinney was clear this morning that that's what he wishes to do.
Were you under pressure not to stand, to avoid a contest this time?
My position is quite clear. I want to do what is right by the people of Scotland and the members of the SNP. That has been my only consideration over the course of the last year. And in light of what John Swinney said this morning, that has made clear to me that right now we do need an agenda of reform, but we also need the unity to deliver it.
But were you under pressure not to stand this time?
I think you will have seen over the course of the last week that there was a groundswell of support asking me to stand. And I need to be clear with those that expected me to stand, the reasons why I have chosen not to seek the nomination. And it's very clear. I want to ensure that the SNP returns to the mainstream, that we have competent, candid government, that we deliver our net zero ambitions and tackle poverty.
But some of those who backed you last time weren't going to back you against John Swinney this time. So I ask you for the third time, were you under pressure not to stand?
No, I don't think that's right. I can give you a very straight answer that this was not about pressure to stand or not to stand. This was ultimately about whether or not a contest was in the best interests of the members of this party on the eve of a general election, and whether it was in the interests of the people of Scotland who ultimately want to see their government ensuring they are delivering economic growth, tackling poverty and delivering net zero.
Is there a deal that brings you back into cabinet that's been done?
Well, if this was just about a job, for example, then I'd have entered the leadership contest to become leader of the SNP. This is about putting country and party first.